Oh boy, the new Modern Warfare 3 Day 1 launch patch notes are live, and we're going over everything that changed, confirmed from the beta to the official release. Now, for those of you who have played the multiplayer already, I've already clocked in a couple of hours. Let me know down in the comment section right now, how are you guys enjoying Modern Warfare 3? And if you guys want to stay up to date with any and all news, updates, best class ups, best settings, tips and tricks, anything Modern Warfare 3, feel free to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and those post notifications to stay up to date. I'll be covering everything that goes down with this game. There's gonna be a lot of videos dropping today. So we're gonna talk about all of the patch notes. Now, they actually made a lot of changes within multiplayer that I actually was not anticipating, that they actually did not reveal and tease last night. Now we're gonna jump right over to the multiplayer changes here. You guys can see here the multiplayer UIX. They added a stroke to player nameplate to improve visibility. They teased this yesterday. After going ahead and playing it, I can confirm visibility is a lot better. They also adjusted font and contrast of the score event text on the HUD to be less obstructive. Again, that's something that I can confirm. The game feels and plays a lot better. Now, new features, again, these are some of the kind of teases they went ahead and said yesterday. They added the kill tracker on the HUD, so if you're on a 10 gun streak, it's literally going to tell you that you have 10 kills under your belt. So that's something nice. You can keep track on how long of a streak you are on, and you can also kind of play accordingly if the game is tight to secure that MGB nuke to win the game. Now, we're also going to be going ahead and talking about the maps as well as weapon balance, because believe it or not, they actually did do weapon balance. I was not aware of this, and they did not tease this at all. Now, for maps, they added spawn anchors to mini maps in order to influence the flow of combat in the direction of the map's intended design. So again, they're fixing the spawn points. From playing earlier today, I can confirm the spawns are a lot better. Now, in team deathmatch, team-owned areas are now more favored by spawn selection and resistant to enemy pressure. So again, more spawn adjustments, quality of life improvements. In domination, spawn selection is now more resistant to enemy pressure on flags, improving consistency by favoring owned flags. Again, this is going to prevent the quote-unquote revenge spawns and people completely spawning behind you, even though they have a home flag and they were not spawning where they should have been. So that's nice that they went ahead and adjusted this. After playing the game for a couple hours, I can confirm that these spawns are a hell of a lot better. Estate added frontline logic to prevent unintentional frequent spawns. Favela decreased the priority of spawn points near the shacks and construction site, and they also adjusted the spawns on high rise, and they decreased the priority of spawns in the attic base and phonic tunnels. So they went ahead and just, again, quality of life improvements, making the game a lot more enjoyable. Now, they also adjusted footstep volume to further distinguish enemy and friendly players. Now, this is actually true because the footsteps are incredibly loud on this game. If you're not playing the default class with the UMP, aka the striker that has dead silence, I highly recommend you guys going ahead and using that for as long as possible, because you're going to be running into a lot of players that are going to be knowing where you are based off the footsteps. It's actually kind of ridiculous how loud the footsteps are. So keep that in mind when you do jump on the game if you have not already. If you've been wondering how people are knowing where you are all the time, I can guarantee you they're listening to their footsteps. Now, they added an option to double tap the aim down sight button to activate the tac sprint. I refreshed default loadout options with a widened range of content. And they also went ahead and again adjusted some movement mechanics as well. Sprint input while sliding will now cancel slide animation, and increase aim down sight speed penalty while jumping by 20%. So overall, they're making the game a lot faster and more enjoyable, which I think is a massive W. Now, they also went ahead and added some additional settings for the tac stance and slide and dive behavior. They went ahead and teased that yesterday. Here is the hard evidence. Now, this is where things get interesting, because they actually did some weapon balance, which again, I was not under the impression was going to get done. The SVA 545 increased bullet velocity by 19%, increased rate of fire from 632 to 682, increased lower torso damage multiplier from 1 to 1.x, and they decreased recoil to veer less to the right. So they went ahead and drastically buffed the SVA 545, and I'm gonna tell you guys this right now, it is very noticeable from the beta to the actual release. The SVA is disgusting. Now, they also went ahead and adjusted the MTZ556, increased bullet velocity by 18%, and they also increased maximum damage from 23 to 27. Again, it is very noticeable. These are going to be the two first ARs you can have access to, and both are incredibly, and I mean incredibly good to use. So if you're looking for an AR to rock, the SVA or the MTZ is the go-to weapons. I'll be making class setups on these guns as soon as the game officially releases, as well as the striker, because those are the three guns you should be using immediately. Now, the MCW, they also increased bullet velocity by 18%, increased recoil during sustained fire. So they did go ahead and quote unquote nerf the recoil on the MCW, and they also decreased minimum damage from 24 to 21. So again, the MCW technically got a nerf. We have not been able to use it. Honestly, it's a kind of a later unlock assault rifle. It's in the 40s, so you're not able to have access to it right now. But so far, the SVA and the MTZ are definitely a lot better than they were in the beta. Now, the striker, they decreased minimum damage from 42 to 36. They decreased near medium damage from 33 to 27. They decreased near damage from 27 to 25. They decreased minimum damage from 21 to 20, and they also decreased the aim down sight time. Now, again, I've been running the striker. I actually already have that gun pretty much maxed out. And honestly, the striker, I don't really feel the nerf at all. It's still a very good gun, but I will tell you this, the SVA and the MTZ are absolutely amazing. They are cooking and definitely worth using when the game officially releases. Now, the Holger 26 light machine gun, they increased bullet velocity by 13%. The Poimite, butchering the name, 762 LMG, they increased bullet velocity by 16%, and they also decreased the maximum damage from 47 to 45. I have not actually ran into anybody using LMGs. Everybody is running ARs and SMGs currently, and there are a couple sniper rifle users. Now, the Jack Annihilator Bullpup, this is the conversion kit. Have not seen this at all. Increased bullet velocity by 29%, and they also decreased the rate of fire from 666 to 571. Now, they also went ahead and adjusted the MTZ Interceptor marksman rifle. They decreased the bullet velocity, they increased hip fire spread, and they also decreased the aim down sight speed. So they're going ahead and nerfing the marksman rifle because they were insane during the beta. The MCW 6.8, they made a lot of changes, and they buffed the bullet velocity, hip fire spread, and overall decreased the aim down sight time. The longbow, they increased the velocity, which I'm actually really surprised about. And they also went ahead and increased flinch when shot by an enemy player. So again, they're kind of buffing the longbow, which I thought was already a very good gun. The KVH inhibitor sniper rifle also received buffs to bullet velocity, hip fire spread, and flinch. The Stinger handgun, this is actually that kind of pocket mini Uzi. They went ahead and reduced a lot of the damage range and overall effectiveness of this weapon. It's still very good. I've been killed by it. It melts, but it's nowhere near as good as it was in the beta. The Renetti handgun, they went ahead and they increased the recoil during sustained fire. To be honest with you, the F-Tac Siege is still the best secondary in Modern Warfare 3, and that's saying a lot because it's a Modern Warfare 2 gun. Trust me on that. The Core 45 handgun, again, they went ahead and did nerfs to this. And they also went ahead and decreased the effectiveness of a lot of the ammunition, like high velocity, low grain, and as well as the high grain rounds. So they did a lot of changes within weapon balance here, which I was not anticipating before the game actually fully released. We'll see how long they revert or they go ahead and make some of these changes again within another update. Now, they also went ahead and they adjusted some perks. The Demolition Vest, Battle Rage Tactical will now only restock up to one use, so they went ahead and nerfed it down. It was ridiculously good. Tactical Pad Boots increased slide velocity, replacing the slide distance advantage. And they also went ahead and the perk description reflect this change in future updates. So they haven't really officially done that in the game as far as the text, but it is actually been changed. The Tac Mask gear, they added immunity to flash grenades thrown by the player itself, which actually is nice because usually that doesn't happen. So it's a nice quality of life change. Field upgrade trophy system. The Mosquito drone will no longer be destroyed by the trophy system. Kind of curious why they did that. The med box, and they just kind of updated the text on it because it was incorrect. But again, they went ahead and did some changes to some of the streaks with the Guardian SC, They changed the counter UAV. Players within interior areas will no longer receive a not enough space to call error activation. Okay, so that's cool. That was definitely a glitch. And that's pretty much going to be all of the changes that we needed for the multiplayer streaks. And they also decreased the magazine capacity from 20 to 8 on the Juggernaut Recon. So they nerfed the Juggernaut Recon. Like, people were using this anyway. So these are going to be all the changes they made within the launch update. Overall, good changes. I'm telling you guys this right now. Those ARs, they are nasty. Give them a go. The SVA and the MTZ, they are amazing. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think. If you guys agree with these changes made. Overall, I think these are all positive. There's some weird things like the Juggernaut Recon and, you know, them going ahead and adjusting some of the ammo types that maybe they couldn't have done. But at the same time, at least they didn't go ahead and nerf a bunch of guns and completely kill some things off before the game actually released. So if you guys enjoy, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications, stay up to date with all of the content. I got another video releasing later tonight. Deuces.